I used to say all the time, I don't think it's a mistake that the whole show starts on Peggy's first day. And I think in many ways, if you're writing an alternative history to Mad Men, you're writing the story of Peggy Olson. I think it's very much her story as well. It's her parallel track. You see this young girl, really. She's 19, I think, when she starts the character, that is. Never went to college. Very much a parallel to Dawn, self-made, trying to escape her family, trying to escape her past, trying to get what the big bright lights, big city of Manhattan has to offer. And there's no rule book, and she doesn't know. So first two seasons really are Peggy's kind of fumbling attempts at trying to figure out this new world, and she doesn't have the aptitude that Dawn has because she's not as old. We never saw Dawn's first pitches. We never saw Dawn's first day at the office. We have hints of it when he talks to Joan about being in the office, and he talks to Roger about getting hired. We see glimpses of it, but we never really see it. We see Dawn as a full-fledged, master of his domain, and then we see Peggy grow into it. So there were plenty of moments where she came into her own. I think the pilot, when she tries to make a pass at Dawn, and he rebuffs her. I think at the beginning of season 2, when Dawn visits her in the hospital, it's a flashback, but we see that he knows what she's done. I think that if we look at season 4 in the suitcase, when she really butts heads with Dawn for the first time, and really says, this is what I want, and this is what I want to do, and who are you, and really kind of gives as good as she gets. When they make a connection, it's not a mistake that same hand gestures is paralleled in the suitcase as it was in the pilot, but it's accepted this time rather than rebuffed. Mm-hmm. And then when she strikes out on her own and quits, and doesn't ask, says she's leaving, that's it, bye, goes out on her own, and Don, to his credit, makes good on the promise that he said to her at the end of season 4, which was season 3, season 4, whatever it was. But he says, what if I say no? I'll spend the rest of my life trying to hire you back. That's what he does. He goes out and he hires her back. So there's, that relationship is very important to Dawn, I think, and very fluid as well. And the one thing it isn't is sexual, or it's romantic, but it's not sexual. If that makes any sense. There's emotion there, but there's no sexual feelings. It's more of it's many things, but one thing it isn't is that. And
rare.
It's rare for Dawn. It's unique, I think, for Dawn, for a female.